Hello, happy 1st of August. I decided to do a little monthly update thing. So this is kind of like a vlog for the entire month, just talking about my language progress and all of that jazz. I am going to start off by doing the letters to myself in Thai and German. And then I'm going to do the German, the Thai number test, and then I'm going to study a little German and also a little Thai. Hello again. I did the Thai test. I have not prepared anything. All I have is I know how to pronounce them kind of. So I decided that the first test I'm gonna attempt to go completely out of my memory. It went kind of okay. I mean, it's not the best. I mixed up 0 and 1. But I got 2 completely correct and then 5 with 1 mistake. So I am happy about that. And then I have like 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 and 1,000,000 that I absolutely do not remember. I know one of them is lung, I think, but I don't remember which one. But that's kind of like the idea of this is that I have to know them by heart. So the first one, I just wanted to see how much I actually remember without studying for it. And I'm like surprised that I actually got 2 completely correct and then 5 with just 1 small mistake. And then, as you saw, I did some of this and I realized something. So as I was starting this, and it just immediately tells me to choose things. And I'm like, but where is the information about it? There is no information about it. And then up here it says 7 to 8. And I felt like, okay, but this is page 14. Does that mean that I should go to page 7, which is this? And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But then I went back here. So the numbers refer to paragraphs in the main book. So apparently, all of these assignments are explained in another book. So if I want all of this, I need another book for it. I didn't know that this had another book. But I decided that instead of getting my hands on the book with the information, I have the internet. So as you saw, I am using this instead. So I will have all of that information in my German flag book. But that was like 20 minutes of me being extremely confused. Yeah, it went better than I expected, but I am happy with most of the results, I would say. So I'm going to continue with some Thai now, I think. But this was just a first little update to this month-long vlog. Hi, it's the 2nd of August today. I have done some more Thai and German. I started watching a show yesterday in German called Types of Europa, and I watched the first 2 episodes. I watched barely half the episode yesterday, and then I finished that episode and the entire 2nd episode today. And I'm not going to continue the series. It's only 6 episodes, so I felt like it's kind of nice to have a short series to watch, but I don't really like it. Yeah, I do enjoy the idea of it, the dystopian setting, all of that, but I don't really like everything goes too fast, I feel like, and I do think that's my main issue, honestly, that everything goes too fast. I want there to be, more setting everything up, spending more time with the different tribes and characters in the settings so that I would care about them. Because that's the issue that I feel like with this kind of show when it's so short and so many characters. There are a lot of characters that I can't tell them apart. I can tell characters apart, but I can't tell the tribes apart. And I don't understand why I should be affected by situations when I don't know enough, I hope that makes sense. But it just makes me feel like I'm not gonna continue with it. It was fun to watch something German. I have a list on my Netflix with shows in German. I don't think I have a single movie in German there, though. But I have a few shows in German that I'm excited about watching. I wish I had, on Netflix, I wish there was a way to create lists so you could, categorize your own watch list, that you could have, add to list K-dramas, add to sci-fis, and you could, sort your watch list so that you feel like, oh, I want to watch something. You want to go through your watch list, and then you can go into, I feel like a romance. Then you can go into the category romance in your watch list and see all the romance shows or movies that you've wanted to watch but haven't gotten to. So you save them for later because you want to watch them, but then your watch list is so long that you don't remember which ones you were excited about. I wish there was that kind of thing that you could categorize, make lists yourself, because then I would have one that is in German. And I would have all of my German shows and movies in one place in my watch list. I would have loved that. But now I have to go through them. The good thing is, because I have subtitles on, I can just go past them, see the preview, and then see if the subtitles are in German or not. If they are, it's a German show, most likely. So I can do that. But that's just a little update right now. I found a word search game in German. That's been helpful as well. Like, you have this little circle thing with letters and you mix them and fill in a crossword. I have that in German. I do recommend doing that when you are learning a language because it helps you with both spelling and vocabulary while having fun. Hi, good morning. It's Monday, so we have done the first full week of August. Can't believe it's over already, but it is. So I'm just gonna give you a little update in this. See what we've done the first week. So the first thing is that I finished an entire unit of a Mondly. I'm gonna show you how it kind of works doing Mondly. I don't think a lot of people know about Mondly. The most common language learning app is Duolingo. And then I did German in my German tutor book. I've only done 2 lessons, but I've done some more grammar. As I said earlier in an update, there is another book. The grammar that I have is the assignment, the exercise book. And then exercises connected to another book that has like the descriptions and everything. And I felt like I was trying to do the grammar, and the strange thing is that it obviously was connected to some kind of instruction. And even though I could like get through it, I felt like I probably need to have both of them. So I ordered the textbook, like with the information, instructions, everything. So I have that as well. So it's on its way. So we're gonna see when that arrives. Then we have my goals. So as you can see, I have completed 1 monthly unit, read over 50 pages of Aristoteles and Dante. I have watched 1 thing in German, and I have gotten over 10 on my the Deutsch score. Then we have my daily practice for the first week. So I do like this kind of tracker thing. Just, being able to visualize, oh shit, I've only done German grammar once, only on Wednesday. I haven't done German grammar any other day, and I haven't watched any Thai TV. So I do really like that, to be able to see how much time I do spend on the different things. And then we have something that you may not be able to see, but it's my number test. So I have done all 7 days. It hasn't gone very well for me. It went well like the first to second day. I went from 4.5 to 7, and now I'm at 8.5 after the first week out of 16. This test is a lot more difficult than the test that I did last month, which was the characters of the alphabet. That went better because then I only had to remember 1 letter. But now I have to remember a full word and everything that has to do with that. If it has a tone mark, if it has a long or a short vowel, and that's like the thing that it's difficult for me to remember, because when I do the test, a part of me is like, wait, this has that tone mark. And then it turns out that it doesn't. And I confuse that so much. I don't really have an issue. I can show you. So here is yesterday's. It looks like this. And as you can see, a few of them have a small red line. Like this one, for example, it only has like up there. And that means that it's 1. The only issue is that thing. It can be that I use the wrong tone mark, or that I use a tone mark that shouldn't be there. Like this as well. For 9, Gao. It should have a tone mark, but I didn't write out the tone mark. and so I gave myself half a point. I am happy that I managed to finish some goals, because that's always nice to be able to, you know, cross something out that you did it. Obviously, I did a lot more progress. I made a lot more progress in German than in Thai. Yeah, so that's just a little update after one full week of learning language. Hey, Posh? Hi, so it's Tuesday. I don't have a big update or anything, just continuing as usual. I started watching the Thai show called Kin Porsche. I was recommended it on my favorite queer TV shows and movies. Someone commented like, hey, have you watched Kin Porsche? I've heard great things about the show, never really watched it. So now I started watching it, didn't really know what to expect. I do enjoy it. I've watched the first episode. Something that I really love about BL, like the genre BL, meaning boys love. There is also the genre GL, which is girls love, but it's not as popular, or rather there aren't as many shows, but there are a lot of BLs. What I really love about those, from especially Thai, I do enjoy a few from Taiwan as well. And then I haven't had as much luck with Korean shows, regardless of genre. I don't have a lot of like luck when it comes to Korean shows. I've enjoyed very few out of all of the ones that I have watched. Thai shows and Taiwanese shows I have watched a lot, and I have enjoyed not all of them, but more of them than my track record with Korean shows. But it's something that I really love about BLs from Thailand, is that the whole like the queer aspect of it isn't like the focus. It's not a queer story, it's a story about the characters and they happen to be queer. Like it tells the kind of story that you can see like in American shows that end up with like a girl and a guy falling in love. It's not the main focus of the story, they just happen to fall in love. That's kind of like how it is in Thai BLs. That in this especially, we have the son of a mafia boss, something like that, and then a guy who is a bartender, and the guy in like the mafia guy is called Kin, and the guy who is the bartender is called Posh. And that's kind of like the thing. It's action, it deals with mafia, criminal activity, stuff like that. Like that's what it's about. It's about these two characters and the world of mafia, kind of, and they just happen to be queer later in the show. Like the focus isn't the fact that they're queer, the focus is on the mafia stuff, the action sequences. I watched another show that I really love called Triage, another Thai show, and it involves like time loops. I'm not really much for time loops, but I love that show so much. I was hooked. I had to keep watching it. And that show, you know, like the queer love aspect isn't a main thing. The main thing is like this mystery keeping someone alive, because every time that character dies, the time loop resets. You have to go through all of it over and over again. And I love that. Figuring out how to make everything like go around. And it's so good. Like the suspense, the action, like all of that is really, really good. And it just happens to be queer. And I love seeing that. That's the thing. Like I love seeing that. And so I have enjoyed like the first episode now. Something that I like doing with, I do it when I watch Korean shows as well, because I did learn Hangul and I still know most of Hangul, and I like writing down how I think the names are spelled. And so I did that with Kin Porsche, just trying like how is it spelled, like how is the title of the show spelled. And I was pretty accurate. Like this in the circle is what I came up with, and then below is what it actually is. So I gave myself 3.5 for the Kin part and 4 out of 5 for the Porsche part. So I'm very proud of that, honestly, because that means that I am making progress. If I'm able to do this, that means I'm making progress. And they also said 2 million in the show, and I understood what he said. Like when he said the word, I immediately went like, ooh, I know this. I know this. And that's such a great feeling, like when you're learning a language and you pick up on these words as they speak it, and you're like, ooh, I know that word. I know that word. Yeah, so that's kind of like my update right now. I'm gonna continue watching King Porsche, and I haven't done my numbers test yet, but I'm gonna do that as well. But ja, that's just my little update. Hallo, guten Morgen. Es ist 10 bis 5 in den Morgen. Deutschland spielen gegen die Vereinigten Staaten in der Weltmeisterschaft für die Junioren. Die erste Periode ist fertig jetzt. Die Vereinigten Staaten haben 2 Touren gemacht und Deutschland hat keine. Ich habe mein Deutschland-Hoodie an. Dieser ist mein Lieblings-Hoodie. Ich liebe es. Aber ein Ding, das ist ein Problem für mich, für wenn Deutschland spiele, waren Deutschland spiele ein Sport. Ich liebe Sport, Handball und Hockey. Meistens Handball und Hockey, aber auch Biathlon. Und die Problem für mich ist, dass die schwedische Kommentatoren, sie sind immer gegen Deutschland. Ich wolle das Spiel auf Deutsch sehen, aber ich kann es nicht, für ich bin nicht in Deutschland. Aber jetzt, es ist 5 Minuten vor 5 und die zweite Periode würde bald starten. Entschuldigung für mein Deutsch. Ich bin sehr müde. Jetzt ich will die nächste Periode des Weltmeisterschaft Deutschland gegen die Vereinigten Staaten sehen. Also ich will ein Update machen später. Hi, a new update. Again with the hockey. The US just scored. Just as I said hockey, the US scored. So that wasn't fun. But like, the thing is, before even starting the second period, the Swedish commentator, like I mentioned, the Swedish commentators are always against Germany. Whenever Germany plays, they always root for the other team. And before starting the second period, the Swedish commentator said, and of course, the US will win this game. And I just said, like, you know what? There are 40 more minutes to play. You can't say that the US will win this game. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But, like, you can't say that. Hi, so it's 10 past 7 now. And Germany lost. Sad. I'm very happy that I found a way to watch it, like the German production, kind of with a German commentator. I've always tried to do that. Every single championship, I have tried to find one for handball and hockey and biathlon and football, but I haven't been able to find any that is live. This one was live and it's completely free. Regardless of where you are in the world. Like that was my main issue. I found a lot of websites that did live produce in Germany, like with German commentators, all of that, German studio, but you weren't allowed to use them if you weren't in the German speaking part of Europe, meaning, you know, Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. And I am not in any of those, unfortunately. You know, be able to see that kind of game that I love with German commentators for a German game. I think that would be a lot of fun. Happy that I found that, and I will keep doing that for the German games. I don't know what I will do when Germany meets Sweden next Tuesday. I think it depends. If it goes well for Germany, I might switch to the German one. If it goes well for Sweden, I may stay in the Swedish one, because it is easier to do the Swedish one because I do live in Sweden. So I think I would start with the Swedish one, and then if I want to hear the German commentators, I'll switch. but I have an update for Thai as well. So I decided instead of printing the papers with the numbers test, I can just use this and write the numbers instead. So I did this, and as I said yesterday, at least I think I said it, if I am correct from 0 to 10, I count it as full marks. And then the 100 to 1 million, like these down here, are more like extra. If I get points for them, that's good, but I don't need full marks on those to get full marks on the test, if that makes sense. Like I put more weight on 0 to 10. I think that's the most important to do, to be able to count to 10. And then later I can, know all of them. So I will count this test like today as the first day with full marks, because I did complete, as I said, 0 to 100. And then I also count watching the hockey game as German TV, because I did watch it in German and it was on the TV. I thought that was a lot of fun to do. But yeah, that's my update right now. So that's how my language learning is going. I'm happy I'm making progress. Hello, it's evening now, so it's 8:45, and this has been such a weird day because I was up for a very long time, and then at like 4 in the afternoon I was very, very tired, and so I went to bed and I slept for a few hours, and I woke up at 7:30 and it felt like it was morning, but it's not. So now I've eaten dinner and the Swedish game is on. They just did the first period. But a little language update that I have is that I got this. So I got the, textbook with all the information in actual text. It's a lot smaller than I expected because look at this. So the more warm purple is with the worksheets and exercises, and then the small one is all the information. I thought it would be the same size. Then the person who sent it to me sent with a little like wish your studies go well, something like that. So that was kind of nice to have. But I'm really happy that I got this now, so that I can take time and actually work in a more structured way with my grammar book, and not just whenever I'm unsure about something having to Google it, instead having everything in another book connected to that book, so that feels great. Other than that, I don't really have an update. Tomorrow is gonna look very similar to this. I'm going to watch the German game in German. I am really excited for that. It's at 4 in the morning again. I don't know if I will... The Swedish game is gonna be very late. I think it's gonna... until almost midnight. And then the question is, do I want to sleep for the few hours between this game and Germany's game, or do I want to stay up that entire time? I don't know. Those are kind of like the things that I'm thinking about. Yeah, but that's kind of like the update for today. Now I'm just gonna continue with the Swedish game and hope that it goes better than what happened with Germany earlier today. I mean, like, I have two countries. Both can't lose. So I forgot to do an update, but this is August. So I did do full score on Thai numbers. Finish one monthly unit. For German, I finished 50 pages of Aristoteles and Dante, almost 100. I read, I think, 96 pages in total, so almost 100. Watched 5 things in German, most of which were hockey, but I also completed over 10 in the Deutsch, the app. And then this is the daily practice. So as you see, I did a lot of Thai numbers, and then here is when I succeeded. And so when I did 3 times in a row, I stopped. So that's why I only did it every day for the first 2 weeks and then one day there. And then journal, only 3 days. That's, yeah, not really happy about that. Then German tutor, one day. Not happy about that. Then we have German TV, which is hockey and also types of Europa. Then we have German grammar and Aristotelesandante. So the first half was a lot better than the second half. I went back to work full time in the middle of August because, summer break, we teachers don't really have a lot of things to do in the school when the students are away. So that's kind of why it is a lot more red the first half of the month and not the second half. Yeah, so that's my little update. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.